Hi, it's Dwyer, gamblersadvisory.com. Let's talk about this upcoming fight between Paulie Malignaggi and Amir Khan that boxrec.com, boxrec.com, an excellent site, has listed as a five-star fight, their highest rating. In other words, BoxRec believes that this fight that's upcoming is going to be super competitive, the most competitive fight on its scale of 1 to 5. I disagree. I actually think this fight is a mismatch. If it is as much of a mismatch as I believe it is, then we should all start booing Freddie Roach for putting his fighters in uncompetitive matches. I like Amir Khan in this fight. Paulie Malignaggi is only a one-handed fighter. He looks great against pattern fighters who are hyper aggressive and volume punchers like Juan Diaz. And of course, that's who Paulie Malignaggi fought his last two fights against, right? Against a fighter like Amir Khan, who will realize that Malignaggi only has a left jab. I believe Malignaggi is going to look pretty bad because Amir Khan matches Malignaggi in foot speed and, more importantly, can get around a jab. There's an easy way to get around a jab. You just have to stay outside the range of the jab. The guys who you usually see get battered by a jab for 12 rounds are guys who don't have the foot speed to actually just jump outside and go in and out. Take a look at the Kotelnik Amir Khan fight. You're going to see Kotelnik has a pretty good jab, but Amir Khan isn't silly enough to stand right in front of Kotelnik for the entire fight. Rather, Amir Khan uses spacing and distance to literally stay outside of the jab, come inside. He has a two-handed attack, not a one-handed attack like Paulie Malignaggi. He busts up Kotelnik. Then, of course, Amir Khan was able to get back outside of range of the jab. I believe Amir Khan is going to be able to do that against Paulie Malignaggi. I understand that the fight is taking place in Malignaggi's hometown of New York City at Madison Square Garden, where Malignaggi is loved. No question about it. If you're going to bet on Amir Khan, just be aware that the fight is in the United States and it is in Paulie Malignaggi's backyard. That said, I believe there's only so much the judges can do. Malignaggi is ultimately going to be forced to come forward to try to look for Amir Khan, just like he looked for Miguel Cotto. And just like in the Cotto fight, I believe Paulie Malignaggi is going to get busted up. Um, I'm amazed that Malignaggi has been as successful as he has been with one hand. Apparently, he has an injury that prevents him from getting full strength in his right. I understand I'm going to probably get a bunch of emails telling me that he did hurt Juan Diaz with his right in their second fight. Midway through that fight, and I'll agree, yes, he did get off a good right hand against Juan Diaz. I would say that that's the exception, not the rule. That's certainly not something I'm going to expect him to do against Amir Khan. Now, this is not to suggest that Amir Khan is unbeatable. Certainly, even as fans know, there are major questions about Amir Khan's chin. In fact, I believe if you look closely at that Marco Antonio Barrera fight that Amir Khan won, and I predicted he would win that fight, there's even a moment in that fight where it looks like he gets hit with a punch by Barrera and his legs stiffen a little bit. He looks like he's hurt. So I'll agree that Amir Khan might have severe chin issues, but those issues aren't going to come to the forefront against Paulie Malignaggi, who has not had a knockout in several years. Malignaggi's knockout ratio is under 20%. He's been handpicked by the Amir Khan camp for an easy payday and for an easy introduction to the American audience. I believe Amir Khan wins this fight going away. I think this is a contest between two fighters. One is bigger, he's faster, he has two hands, not one, he hits harder, and he's as mobile as the smaller guy who only has a jab. I like Amir Khan. I don't think this is a five-star fight. Personally, I think this is a two-star fight. Amir Khan should win this one by a comfortable margin. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments for me here on YouTube. Make sure to visit my channel page. You'll find some of the best boxing fans online anywhere. They have views. Many of them disagree with me on major fights, and quite frankly, a lot of the times they're right. And I hope you join the conversation on my channel page. And of course, visit us